It's news time. Information is power. Be current. The news headline. Federal government hasn't declared bandits as terrorists because it is following international best practices. The news in full. The federal government of Nigeria has yet to declare the terrorists as bandits, according to how the court had actually prescribed. But there, the spokesperson to President Muhammadu Buhari on media and publicity, Garba Shehu, had said that the federal government is actually withholding this for some reasons best known to them, so that the insecurity of the country will actually be addressed as soon as possible in the year 2022. This was as the indigenous people of Biafra had actually acclaimed that the federal government, instead of focusing on the Boko Haram terrorists who are actually disturbing the country, causing mayhem here and there and killing a whole lot of people, raping and kidnapping them, they have decided to vent their anger more on the indigenous people of Biafra, who are honestly asking for a referendum instead of being tied to the country Nigeria without any benefit attached to it. And therefore, Garba Shehu had said that the federal government of Nigeria would rather put more effort on ending terrorism in the country instead of focusing more on just naming them as attacking them as terrorist organizations of maltreatment, negate their service standard operation procedure on implementation of rights of a suspect, saying that Kanu enjoys full luxury in holding facility incomparable to any type of any facility in any other country in the world. The police personnel are going about abducting our elders, branding them kidnappers or robbers, and forcing them to pay bail under torture. Our elders who are undertaking their lawful ventures have been victims of this arbitrary arrest and demand for bail. Many relatives of these elders have forcibly coughed 200,000 naira to 1.5 million naira to bail out their subjects from the hands of these police officers. This is unacceptable and we demand immediate action. While we have already informed the police headquarters of these happenings, we felt it's necessary to also let the world know this in view of the growing hatred, stereotyping, and prejudices against our elders and Fulani ethnic group in the country. The statement read in part. Al-Hassan urged the police hierarchies to clamp down on the personnel allegedly involved in the act. Platinum Post reports that the Abuja-Kaduna Expressway has been plagued by regular attacks by terrorists who often abduct travelers for ransom. Many unlucky Nigerians, including security personnel, have lost their lives in encounter with the terrorists on the busy road that connects northwest parts of the country to Abuja. And therefore, they had actually said that it is better for the policemen to stop things that are actually going to provoke more mayhem in the nation, as the security of the nation is yet still fragile. And the federal government should declare Miyetti Allah as terrorists. They have bandits as members, and these were the words of Governor Autumn. Governor Autumn commended the federal government for being bold to designate bandits as terrorists. Benue State Governor Samuel Autumn has asked the federal government to include Miyetti Allah Kauta, or the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, MACBAN, and Fulani Nationality Movement, FUNAM, on the list of terrorist groups in Nigeria. We recall that the federal government, through the office of the Attorney General of the Federation, had approached a federal high court sitting in Abuja to designate bandits as terrorist organization, which the court obliged. During his ruling on Friday, November 26, Justice Taiwo specifically held the activities of Yan Bindinga and Yan Tahaba bandit groups constitute acts of terrorism. Reacting to the development while speaking on Friday in Makurdi, Autumn commended the federal government for being bold to designate bandits as terrorists. Governor Autumn also called on the government to add the Miyetti Allah, MACBAN, and FUNAM to the list of terrorists because they have members that are bandits amidst them. He said, I commend the federal government and being bold to designate bandits as terrorists, but I want them to do to reshuffle the category of terrorists and add the Magban and the Mieti Allah Kautahor. He urged the people of the state to support security agencies and with useful intelligence in the fight against criminality and other forms of insecurity, pointing out that security is everyone's business. Meanwhile, a popular Islamic scholar, Sheikh Ahmad Gumi, said that declaring bandits as terrorists will not change anything, as it is just a decision taken for political expediency that would only result in more violence in the country. However, Sheikh Ahmad Gumi had actually said also that he would not be visiting the bandits anymore or trying to have anything do with them, because for the fact that they have been designated as terrorist organization, anything that has to do with them will be tagged that he is supporting terrorism, and therefore for him to be free from things or issues like that, it is better that he stays clear from the bandits. And the Fulani elders had also raised alarm that their members are being killed unjustly in some parts of the south in the country, where the chairman of the Kogi State chapter of the Fulani group, Adamu Tuko, raised the alarm during a protest at the National Human Rights Commission NHRC Friday in Abuja. Demanding justice, he said that their members committed no offense. They should, and those that have been arrested, those are supposed to be arrested, are just being killed for no reason. Where Tuko appealed to the commission and the government to come to their defense and ensure that they got justice. Responding to the executive secretary of NHRC, Tony Ojuku, said it was disheartening that Nigerians could not leave their fellow brothers and Nigerians in peace, even when the law permitted such. While appreciating the members for bringing their complaints to the commission rather than taking the laws into their hands, he promised to ensure that the culprits were arrested and prosecuted. Believing seemed to be true that the Fulani herdsmen had actually peacefully gone to protest at the NHRC office in Abuja, saying that they are not happy about the way that their co-Fulani elders were being killed here and there. I will know that Saleh Al-Hazan, who happens to be the Mieti Allah Kautahor secretary, had also complained about the manners of which their people have been arrested, killed, and also even those arrested being charged enormous cash to be granted as bail, ranging from about 500,000 naira to 1.5 million naira. And this has been the reason why they had been lamenting for quite a while now, seeking for justice. And this has prompted the chairman of the Kogi State chapter of the Fulani group, Adamu Tuko, to lead a protest to the National Human Rights Commission NHRC in Abuja on Friday to declare their mind about this injustice, saying that if their members committed any offense, they should be arrested rather than being killed by the security agencies of the country, whereby he appealed to the commission and government to come to their defense and ensure that they got justice. Thanks for listening.